Hello, this is Grande Beauty, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of Points of View with Grande Beauty. And tonight, we're going to be talking about accountability amongst women. In the last year, or maybe a little more, I have realized that women have been allowed to run amok. Uncountability is running amok. Unaccountable for a lot of actions and just not being called out on their ish. So we're going to talk about that tonight on Points of View with Grande Beauty. So stay tuned.
All right, you'll have music for about 5 seconds and you can start right after that. Just do your thing.
So I know a lot of women probably feel like, why is she focusing so much on women, and why is she going through all these things and saying these things when why is she touching on women and not men? If you knew, and if you know how I had my focus so much on men for I know over 10 years or more, until I started to realize the issues with women and what we have with each other and how we really allow each other to go unchecked, I had to refocus. You know how we always tell men, go get your brother, get your brother, get your brother. You know how we always feel like if men held each other accountable, a lot of things wouldn't be. If men would tell their brothers, hey, that's not right. No, you shouldn't do that. That wasn't cool. This is a better way to do it. Men would do better. So why can't we look at each other the same way? Sisterhood, feminism, being a girl's girl, being a woman's woman has really become a way of coddling women and not saying, hey, sis, that's not it. And when we do, just like men, when men come and check a brother and the other men call him a simp, now women like me, the ones like Lilith, Princella, we're being called pick-me's, or we're bitter and we don't like women. This is funny how the same thing that men called women for calling them out on their bull, women call us out for the same thing. The same way when I would check men on my post and no men showed up or liked it or said, hey, yeah, I agree. The same way when I check women now and make posts about women, very few women show up and very few women agree. So I have my notes here, you know, as I always do. And this post today, it was in a group that I'm in. And I'm going to read you this post, and then we're going to go to some of the comments. My points of view on this situation is, hold on, let me read you the post. It was an anonymous post in a group. It says, and she put a picture of the guy. She said, unfortunately, this was my man from June 2024 until March 2025. The purpose of this post is to warn any woman who might fall for any of his BS. Over the course of our relationship, not only did he try to get me to add him as an authorized user on my credit cards, but he would also ask me for money pretty often. He would ask what I brought to the table and make me pay for things because he's a prize. And she put that in quotation. So I'm quoting him. He's a prize. He would follow and message girls who were 18 to 19 years old, and he's 45. He was also still married and living with his ex for most of our relationship, which I found out via IG. He lied about it when I confronted him, of course, gaslit me. He didn't actually have a job. He was supposedly a day trader, but would Uber on the side. He was always behind on child support and would talk badly about his baby mamas for asking him for the child support. He said he shouldn't have to pay child support if he never wanted them to go through with their pregnancies in the first place, to begin with. Ladies, not only is he a deadbeat dad, but deep down, he has a hatred for women that should not be ignored. While he wasn't physically violent with me yet, she put that in parentheses, I see a high potential for that to happen. Watch yourselves. Don't fall for his narcissistic charm. So first of all, a lot of shame. Shame is non-existent with a lot of y'all. And the call literally always comes from the inside of the house. You were with this man from June 2024 to 2025. While he was being a deadbeat. While he was messaging underage girls. And I'm saying underage because under his age, sir, you're sick. I don't care if she's illegal. While he told, and this is the thing with women, y'all sit and y'all are okay with men downgrading other women long as it's not you. They can call another woman a B word. They can talk about this, their baby mamas, not be a good father. But you are there. And obviously you feel like he wouldn't do those things to you. You said that he made you pay for things because he's the prize. How can somebody make you pay for anything? Y'all do whatever y'all can to have a man. You settle. You think that you can love a man and buy a man into being a better man for you. And when it doesn't happen, you crash out or you do this. You do a whole synopsis and you do a whole dissertation on how he's not a good man, but you stayed with him. Let's see, June, okay, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 9 months. Almost a whole year, and allowed him to be less than because you didn't want to be alone. When you can run down things that this man has done in just 9 months, and I say just 9 months on this because it's two sides to it. You stayed with him a whole long 9 months while he was doing these things. And he did all of these things in just under 9 months. You knew he was a deadbeat dad at month 3. You knew he was a deadbeat dad probably at week 3. But see, it wasn't your problem. Because you're not a mom. You don't have a child with him. A man that's a deadbeat to his child will be a deadbeat to you. But you don't mind because he beating it up. So now you want to warn all the women to steer clear of this man. Because he's possibly abusive and he's this and he's that. And what she said, the course of our relationship, not only did he try to get me to add him as authorized use on my credit card. During the course. She said at the beginning. So he repeatedly tried to get you to add him. You knew this man was a user. You knew he was abusive. You knew he was a deadbeat dad. And you knew he was a bum. What did she say? He actually didn't have a job in 9 months. And I think she said in the comments. So let's go to the comments. So this is when I find the problem. So there were women in the comments that said, sis, you got to hold your purse a little tighter. How can someone make you pay for things? We do crazy shit when we are in love. Glad you're on the other side of it. And a lot of women were defending her like, no, these women are being so mean and ignore the judgmental women. That's y'all problem. And that's why I'm doing this podcast tonight. And this is why I'm talking about women not wanting to hold each other accountable and say, sis, you should know better. Y'all want to coddle each other and say, oh, sis, all of us been dumb. I hate that one because y'all want to try and pull the rug and disarm women when you say that. We've all been dumb. No, we all have not been dumb. Not to this degree. We might have done dumb things. But we ain't been this. A lot of us have not been dumb. A lot of us have not. If a man asks me for $2, I'm turned off. Because you as a man, and I've always said, even a man told me, a real man would never ask a woman for anything. Y'all want to coddle women and y'all want this sister. I think it's Lilith, Red Witch Teens, that says, black women especially love community. And community to y'all is supporting each other through y'all BS. And it needs to stop. Because the same way if black men would call each other out on their BS, if we start calling each other out on our BS, a lot of things would stop. So the woman who posted the post came in under the comments and she said, I like how this is supposed to be a group to support women. And she put it in caps, which is what I'm trying to do. And look at all you judging me like you've never made choices to land you on this page. For those who saw this for what it was, a warning to any who turns up in his future. His name is Ryan. We're going to stop there. But sis, how are you upset with women calling you out? Take the lesson. Take it and learn from it. Learn that, you know what? That was dumb. Sometimes you have to say to yourself, that was dumb. That was dumb of me. But y'all don't want to do that. So another anonymous poster said in the comments said, y'all waste our time posting typical FN, you know what that means, who are a walking red flag when anyone dealing with them would clearly see the red flags, just like you, and you chose to ignore them. You're upset because the relationship didn't work out, so you're putting him on blast, but it's okay. You'll live. And the world is gonna keep spinning. Vent on ChatGPT. It'll be supportive. So this woman said, another anonymous person said, I'm glad you found this group. Glad you exposed him. Glad you are healing from it also. Thank goodness you didn't bring any children into this chaotic life. Also, this is time for self-reflection, protection, and heightening your intuition to identify red flags or patterns through partnership. You live and you learn. Now do better. Set boundaries and expect, and no giving away. Okay. She saw the red flags. Women think that they can change men. Men think that they can buy men and love men into being something that they don't want to be for you. This is this man's norm. And just like this girl said, you're wasting our time. That man is a walking red flag. He's no good for nobody. He's not a good father. He's already asking you for things. What? no job, still live with his baby mama. Even if she said it was a long distance relationship, so a lot of stuff she didn't know, like him living with the baby mama. You knew enough. Time that man asked you for $1. Red flag. Red flag. Real men don't ask women for money. They don't. Get it out your head. I don't care how y'all, I spoil my man, I take my man on trips. Now a man will let you do something for him if it's a special occasion or something. But a man just regularly out the gate within 9 months, okay with you doing things for him? Y'all got to stop being so desperate for love and companionship and sex. That's your problem. Now, I'm not speaking to women who are looking for this is what I had to learn when I speak. I have to speak from a place for women who wear their sleeves on their shoulder and who are looking for love and still have hope for men to do right and marriage. Because I speak from a place of knowing that men are men. Mm-hmm. And they're going to do what they do. And they're going to do what you allow them to do. So I have to speak to y'all with a certain gentleness. That ain't that much. Because I know your mind and your heart is in a different place. And you stay in la la land. You know how a person who has sensitive ears, you have to tone it down for them. That's how I have to speak to y'all about certain things. So this woman said, hey sis, I'm not going to come for you like others. We live, we learn, and hopefully we grow. Most of us, and she put it in capital letters. Here go that most of us, and all of us being, and all of us being, and all of us. Please take that rug, roll it up, and toss it in the dumpster. That rug that y'all want to sit cozy on when it comes to holding women accountable, because y'all see y'allself in these situations and you know it could be you tomorrow because you know that you're going to ignore red flags just to have a man. We're not doing that no more. Those of us that are taking this change and saying no more, we're not coddling y'all with this dumb crap that y'all do. We're waking you up and we're holding you accountable. I'm sorry if you don't like it. It's time out for the dumb crap. So she goes on in the comments to say, most of us have blown through red flags or even stop signs before because we found someone we really wanted to be the one. Our humanness desires love. I'm glad you found the love of self and untie yourself. And hopefully the love of you to not allow yourself to be used and manipulated again. You said exactly what she did. Blown through red flags because we found someone that we really wanted to be the one. That's what she did. She wanted him to be the one. So him being a deadbeat, him not having a job, him asking to be on her credit cards, him asking her for money, him telling her he the prize, him asking her what she brought to the table, him staying with his girlfriend, him ignore. Long distance, there's a way that a man can move still that will let you know, like, hey, hold on. You live with somebody? Have you ever been to his home? He always wanted to come to your home? You chose to ignore red flags, sis, and can't nobody. So this woman said, sis, people in this chat don't mean you any good because you sought out support from the wrong people. Now you got to keep explaining yourself because they chose not to have compassion in their hearts. It's sad that some sisters act like they are above everything and everyone to look down on someone, especially in their time of hurt. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. We're not coddling this dumb mess no more. And most of the times when you find out these women ages, y'all in y'all late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, still out here being dumb for men and ignoring red flags. I have no sympathy. For me to have sympathy for you, this man will have to be the biggest manipulator I've never seen before type. I ain't never heard, got a whole identity, then had a facial reconstruction. I'm not. When you telling me this man has kids that you know about and he's not supporting them, you know he's hollering at 18-year-olds and he's 45. He's asking to be on your credit cards. No, ma'am. That gets no pass. It has to be something so dumbfounded that I would be like, girl, I see how when I can see how he got over you. And that's what everybody's seeing. Everybody's seeing how they just don't understand why. How, sis? This person said, laugh my ass off. How the F did you stick around after the begging and making you pay for things because he's the prize? See what I'm saying? This is a situation we can't give a pass to, because this man asked you for money repeatedly. This is what you said. And asked to be on your credit cards and asking you for financial. And then for you to sit up there and say he dragged his baby mamas. You sat there and listened to him drag his baby mamas, and you stuck around for that. No man can drag a woman in my presence, especially not their children's mother. Y'all want to be the exception, and you thought you were the exception, and he showed you you're not. We have to start holding each other accountable. I'm not, girl, sister, we've all been stupid. We're not doing that anymore. We're not. Here's another one. Well, darn, every woman on here has had a period of stupidness for love era. Stop acting like y'all never loved the wrong man in spite of all the wrong ish she did. Please give this sister a break. If you ain't never loved the wrong man or been through ish, lost ish for the wrong man, then keep living. Oh, here we go. Laughing my butt off. I'm 52 and I took some L's in the name of love. Each experience was a different one. You 52. I bet you still being dumb. I should have, if I didn't know, and I should have went through the comments to see how old this anonymous person was. Because I bet you everyone under these comments are 35 and up. Yeah, we're going to count stupid to teens and early 20s, maybe late 20s. But y'all being stupid after 30 gets no pass. Unless you are fresh and you just started dating and have no experiences. The amount of women that I see that are 35 and up still having relationship issues, not knowing how to leave men, not knowing how to identify red flags, seeing the red flags and still continuing on is sickening. At what point do you grow up, women? Ladies, at what point do you stop posting these type of stories? And if he's 45, that means you are very well over 40. I am willing to bet, because if you were younger, him hollering at 18 and 19-year-old girls wouldn't have been a shocker to you, because you're young too. So that goes to show that you are over 35. And for you to not see these red flags, or no, you seen them, for you to ignore them just to have a man in your life is crazy. You don't get no passes from me. And I understand why these women in the comments were responding the way they were. Now, you women that like to coddle women on their bull crap, now it's a way to say anything. And I see nobody in here just straight. I probably missed it. That was just straight up like, girl, you stupid. They were just saying like, how how did you allow all of this to happen? How? Like, sis, you seen this. Tough love. Y'all don't like tough love. Y'all want to be coddled, and y'all want to be babied, and y'all don't want to be held accountable, because being held accountable is too much like right. Y'all are no different from men when y'all want to hold men accountable, but women do it. Y'all got to start doing better. Until y'all start doing better, nothing's going to get better. Men can't do what they do without you allowing it. Men can't do what they do without somebody ignoring their red flags. Men can't do what they do without somebody being down for it. Men can't sit up there and down their baby mamas and still have a woman in their life unless you're the woman in their life allowing it. So this woman said, let's focus on supporting her for speaking out. This group is meant to warn others, and her story can help prevent someone else from becoming a victim. I've been through something similar, and I'm grateful she escaped that situation. Holding people accountable is supporting them. Telling them to do better is supporting them. Y'all want to put the blanket on them and burp somebody and rub their backs till they go to sleep. And this is not what women over 35 need. They need a swift kick in the ass, and they need a swift boop, 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 right there upside the temple. I'm sorry. We're not doing it anymore. Y'all are too old for this. It's too much information out here on the internet. It is too many men with podcasts telling y'all exactly who they are and exactly what they do for y'all to not get it. But y'all think y'all the exception to the rule. Y'all think y'all are the exception. And that's one of the biggest parts. Not me. I ain't the baby mamas. Not me. I look like this. I got that. I drive this. And all they trying to do is benefit off of what you have. Like this brother. He saw a catch. He saw you as a catch. So this woman says, this isn't a place for genuine support, just judgment, gossip, and using other people's struggles for entertainment or to boost their own egos. Honestly, the dating pool in Atlanta is terrible, and so is the so-called female friends pool. So that's the person right there that want her friends to say, oh girl, it's all right. We all been stupid. We ain't using that. Let 2025 be y'all last year saying we all been. No, we ain't all been. And if we all, it doesn't matter. If we all been stupid, we all need to hold each other accountable. Because guess what? Okay, let's say all women have been stupid. But guess what? A lot of them had people that held them accountable. A lot of them had people that snatched them up and said, hey girl, this ain't it. And a lot of y'all hadn't had that. And when y'all have had that, y'all stopped talking to the friend and got mad and fell out with them because they said, no, sis, let him go. He's not good for you. This is the problem. And this is what y'all don't want to admit. That y'all get mad when people hold y'all accountable. Y'all get mad when the friend says, girl, I don't know, something ain't right about him. Or girl, he tried to holler at me, or he did this with my friend. It's been plenty of women have said, girl, yeah, he used to mess with my homegirl and she this and he did this. He did this to her. But you think you're the exception to the rule. I've seen women post when a abuser in my town came out as an abuser. Oh, he never hit me. Being accountable is what needs to happen. All this coddling y'all with this dumb crap y'all do and you're over 35 has got to stop. Y'all are no different. And y'all that want to coddle these women, and y'all are no different than the men that's in the barber shop every Saturday, every Friday and Saturday, and talk about women and talk issues and just laugh. And nobody's holding each other accountable. Men, nobody knows a rapist. When you talk to men, none of them know women are being raped, but they don't know no rapist. Women are being abused, they don't know no abuser. Women are being taken for their money, they don't know nobody doing it. Y'all are no different from me. When y'all realize the stuff that y'all do and how y'all don't hold each other accountable and how y'all hold up patriarchy, y'all are no different. And those of us that are realizing it are calling y'all out. Call us what you want, but we're stopping this mess. And the women that want to elevate and want to self-master and get their stuff together, they coming with us. And we're going to leave y'all to the red flags. Time is up. Time is up. Accountability is getting lost on y'all. Hold women accountable just like you do men. A lot of this stuff will slow down. Yeah, still gonna be men that do what they do, but guess what? They're not gonna have women to do it too. Okay? I am Grande Beauty. Thank you for checking in and listening to my podcast. Always for CJ. Thank y'all so much. Women, we got to do better. Long as we stay doing this instead of doing this, there are always going to be men to do that.